Hey guys, this is Kim with Arvita Tribe, and we're back here at the RV park, and Kaylee was actually out riding her one-wheel around and found something really cool. This RV park just keeps on giving when it comes to like wild foraging edibles, and we found this mushroom. It is giant. Check it out. This is what I believe to be called a black staining polypore. I had no idea what it was, so I did some research. I consulted some of my Facebook group foraging groups online, and it turns out that it's a black staining polypore. So basically what happens is whenever you bruise this mushroom, it will start to turn black. You can see some of the areas here around the edges where it's starting to turn dark, where somebody came by and broke this one apart. This was actually a giant mushroom last night, and I should have came down and checked it out then, but I didn't, and I waited, and somebody came by and squished the whole thing. But you can tell for size reference in my hand, I mean, this thing is just giant. It is an edible mushroom. Apparently the texture is not very appetizing, so it can get real chewy as it gets older, like these big ones. But if you harvest the young ones, like this here growing on this stump, you can eat these. They're supposed to be good in like soups and stews, something with a slow cooking process. So this one here is pretty young and soft still. We might harvest a little bit of that and take it back. They grow from deciduous trees, especially oaks. As you can see, they're growing in association with this oak stump here. Anyway, just a super cool find. We just keep coming across all kinds of cool wild foraging stuff in this RV park. The longer we stay here, the more seasons we stay here. These are supposed to grow in the summertime. It's late July here in Maryland, so this is the right time to be finding these. A lot of times they get confused with hen of the woods, but apparently hen of the woods is more of a fall mushroom, so you wouldn't be finding these in this late summertime. You'd be finding these black staining polypores, not hen of the woods. You find those more in the fall. Anyway, we'll come over here and harvest a little bit of this one, and we'll take it back. And we'll just double check everything to make sure we know what we have. Such a cool little mushroom. And we will see you back at the camper. Okay guys, it's only been about 10 minutes since I showed you squishing and trying to bruise this one. You see it's turning nice and black. That is why it's called a black staining polypore. Because when it gets bruised, it immediately starts to turn dark. You see here's the original, and that's 10 minutes after it got bruised. So what we'll do is we'll take just a tiny little piece of this and we'll cook it all the way through, completely done, and a little bit of butter, and we'll try a little bit of it tonight, just a tiny bit. And tomorrow, if it hasn't caused any kind of gastrointestinal distress, then I should know that my body can handle this and it'll be okay to cook a little more and eat it. It's supposed to be pretty chewy, not necessarily the most appetizing mushroom in the world. In fact, a lot of people would consider it more of like a survival mushroom than, say, a morel that you would go pick solely for how good it tastes. But we'll see. I heard some lady say that she makes jerky out of these, so chewy texture might be great for that. Morning, guys. I was sitting here making my coffee, doing some pour over, and I looked over and I realized I never cooked that mushroom the other day. So it's been a couple days and you can see this black staining polypore is completely black now. I guess black is subjective, but it's black. It's pretty dried up. I can see where it would make good jerky, because check out. See the fibers inside of it? It's almost like muscle fibers from meat. Anyway, I did try some. It didn't make me sick. Just a disclaimer, you should never ever try a mushroom, ever, unless you positively identified it through several means. I positively identified this one multiple ways before I tried it, and then I only tried a very small portion. I cooked it all the way through. You should always cook wild mushrooms all the way through. And I tried a little tiny bit the night before and made sure that it wouldn't upset my stomach, and then I was going to cook it the next day and life happened and it got busy and I didn't get it cooked. So there it is. I might go out and see if there's some more and actually try making some jerky or something out of it. So foraging at the RV park has been so much fun. In the early spring we found tons of morel mushrooms around here. Now that it's summer, we're finding these bigger, larger mushrooms like the black staining polypore. We're finding berries, blackberries, wild raspberries, wine berries. All you gotta do is take a walk out in the woods and you'll probably find some edibles. Do a little research, get online, check what's out and about in the right season in your local area, and I promise you'll have tons of fun. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends. It really helps our channel grow. And look forward to some more exciting adventures lately. We've had a hard time scheduling stuff due to COVID and weather, but we have some actual fun trips planned coming up, so be looking forward to that, and we'll see you in that next video. Thank you.